Hey up everybody, my name's Joshua Morrison, director of Jonny Mozza's Lessons in Confidence. Now today I wanted to do a bit of a simpler, more casual video because look, I'm in my coat, I'm inside, this thing's blaring in my face, I'm a little bit tired, I'm not going out into the cold and doing things. I did go earlier and I managed to film 2 videos, one about the cold and one about just sort of a channel update, a community thing. But really, it wasn't a channel update, community thing. It was just because I couldn't think of anything. It's too cold out there to do thinking. So I thought what I'd do is I would go through some comments and let's read some comments together and we can just do some responses. Gonna try and do all of them in order and just respond and just, thank you all a lot. And we'll get to the golf video maybe at the end because the golf video has a lot of controversial ones. If I go into the content, right? Spoilers for next month's videos. Yeah. Do you see how it tends to be 100%, 100%, 100%, 28%? So we'll get to this one around the end. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, also, I'm just going to be texting through this video, which really helps the audience engagement and the audience retention because it's exactly what you want to see. It's exactly what you want to see in really high effort content like this and like other videos in this sort of vein. You really want someone that is really, really putting their all in. Yeah. But you know what? At the end of the day, can I show you something actually? Check this out. I'm in the past. Look at that. I don't know if you can see it, but it's Polaroid. Look, it's Polaroid. Hang on, let me turn it around. I don't know if you can see. It says Polaroid film B.V. and then just some numbers. But I don't know what the numbers mean. But pretty sweet. This circa 19 years, shake it like a Polaroid, and that doesn't actually do anything. So the pictures start out a little bit green. It's not me. I didn't take this, by the way. Well, obviously I didn't take it. It's me in the bloody picture. I'm not looking. It's not like a selfie or something. But I just thought I'd mention that it's like someone else took the picture. Yeah, really cool picture. Thank you to the person that took that, who knows exactly who they are. Yeah, I just sort of thought that we would do something very basic, and my God, this is hard. I'm really struggling to do videos the past couple of days. I tried to make some videos yesterday, and none of them are coming out because they were all terrible. And today I just don't have the energy. I'm really trying. So let's get straight into the comments because that's what you're here for. So I did this video every time a door closes, the window opens, which was just, it was me starting to realise that I'm getting into rambling and I need to possibly just take some time to refresh. I'm going to maybe do some videos where I just do editing and stuff like that so that it becomes a lot easier. So I thought, so first here's a comment. You wouldn't believe how much energy your vids give me at some hard times, man. Thank you. Much love. Title fits perfectly, by the way. Thank you so much, Grins Cater. I don't really have much to add other than there's quite a few of these kind of comments where it's people very thankful for these videos, and I'm still left a little bit bewildered by that. The idea that people are actually really thankful for them is really strange, because I don't feel like I'm doing anything of significant value. It's not like I'm a doctor that's healing people. It's not like I'm, working on the roads, like sorting the highways out. I'm not really doing much of anything. It's a bit ridiculous because yeah, I don't know. It's very strange, and I really shouldn't be texting while I'm doing a video. And then, figuring out the emojis. Yep. I don't normally text with emojis, but I've started getting into texting with emojis lately. They're quite fun. Alright. Texts have been texted, and comments are going to be responded to. So I don't have anything to add to this comment in terms of like a response. And this is where I came to an issue, because I was talking to one of my friends who does YouTube as well, and he has the approach of responding to all the comments because they've taken the time to sort of come in and respond to the thing and engage with the material. I feel he sees it as like he owes it to them in a little way, or like it helps make them feel special, that kind of thing. And I do agree with him. I do think that's a very good way of going about it. Personally, I don't respond to everything unless I have something quite specific that I want to say to it. So look, I'll give it a heart, because I think it deserves a heart. Because yeah, thank you very much for this comment. It's really, really kind. And then you got stuff like this. The biker stopping and asking for help was actually great, just to prove his point of humans being community driven. These casual videos taken in the park are great. By Raven Buscus 4416. Thank you very much, Raven Buscus 4416, for your comment. It's a very big honor to have people that actually seem to pick up on the things like deep into the video, and then like there's other times where people start actually discussing bits in it, and I find that so much fun. Yeah, you got the blind surgeon. Hey, just wanted to drop in and say that I enjoy your last few vids a lot. Smiley face. The chill, laid-back style is pleasant. I think our perspective on life is very similar. Keep up the great work, man. Little heart thing. Yeah, again, I've gotten a lot of these kind of comments where it's just so heartwarming to feel this idea that people are actually getting something out of what I'm doing, like I'm providing some kind of service, like I'm a medical clinic or something, like for the brain, which I find really strange, because I don't really consider myself to be doing anything of real worth. I'm literally just going around, going to meet friends and stuff, and like taking the camera with me and just filming stuff as I go. You get these little lav mic things, and then all I do is I record it to a phone, right? I've obviously not paid for it because it's got an advert on there. I'm not going to pay for the audio recording app unless they make it hard, and then I'm just going to uninstall it and get a different audio recording app. Or I could start just going back to these, using these things. So, you know, there's no issue really with what I'm doing. And what I'm doing is something that anybody can do, and I've been stressing that to people who have been sort of trying to get back into the content creation thing, even though I hate that term. They've been trying to get back into that sort of thing, and I've sort of made the point that what I do takes not that much effort. The main part of the effort, and the reason I've struggled lately, is just because I haven't had enough to say. I feel like I've said a lot of the same things, and I've said them in a couple different ways, and I can keep reiterating stuff, but I also want to make sure that each video has a reason to exist. You know, I'm not here to just like, even though I'm making 2 videos a day, I'm obviously following the quantity over quality thing. I'm not here to just shit out videos at the same time. I'm not here to just sort of, oh yeah, whatever. Videos today, what videos are we doing today? Oh, there's one, alright, there's 2. Yep, sorted, whatever, right. Okay, done, blur, you know, sorted like that. No, I don't want to do that. I want to actually make content that's somewhat engaging, that people can kind of enjoy and get something out of, and that you can kind of maybe binge watch a little bit, and so that each video has something different to add. Yeah, this is the most self-aggrandizing fucking video. Actually, no, I think the one about parasocial relationships was the most self-aggrandizing one. You remind me deeply of George Harrison. I'm not going to put up a picture of George Harrison because I can't be bothered, but go look up a picture of George Harrison. Make sure you don't look up the ones that are when in the Beatles era. I think you need the ones that are just after the Beatles era. I think he's talking like 70s, maybe early 80s era George Harrison, which that I could vaguely see. Frank Zappa as well. I've heard Frank Zappa a few times. I've got a mate who he keeps saying that I look like the lad from the B-52s, whose name I can't remember. And No Fuckers, actually, the YouTuber, Russian YouTuber who's now moved to like Portugal or something like that. He had a phase where he looked exactly like me. Not me now, it was like me about 4 years ago. Honestly, slow down, man, if you can. I'm behind on like 10 vids of yours, 1 a day at a time, at the same time would be blessed. Now, that is going to happen following the new year. Once the new year comes around, that is going to be what happens, and that's going to be the thing. We'll figure out a time. Maybe I'll do a poll, and I'll say, like, what time do you want these videos to come out in GMT time or BST time, or whatever the hell we're on now, because it's daylight savings and stuff. There's one here, 2 vid uploads in a day is a crazy task, man. Haha, and this is a response to it. Haha, that's what I'm saying. But to be fair, he doesn't need to do an incredible amount of editing, but then at the same time, with no backlog, you wake up every morning with the thought of, oh, I have to make 2 videos and upload them today, which does sound crazy. Now, look, I don't want to make it out like I'm doing anything that takes particularly like much effort. The hardest part of this process is just finding enough to say and to find new ways of saying it, and particularly like doing them in one take. Because if I start like cutting things up into multiple takes, I think part of why people like this is the naturalism. I've also considered live streaming. I've had the idea to maybe like start, if I figure out a way of getting this camera, I'm filming this on the B cam, but if I find a way, it's got a HDMI in it, So if I could get the HDMI onto the computer or something, I could just live stream this stuff. Ideally, what I'd like to do is I'd like to upgrade my data plan so that I could maybe live stream from like the woods or something like that, and do them like so that they look like normal videos where I'm in like the woods or like on a mountainside or whatever, and just live stream from there. Because how many people live stream from the middle of like the fucking countryside? There's a reason they don't do that. I've also had an idea to live stream one of our film sets, because I only do like 4 hour long film sets. So I figure if we have someone whose main job is just to hold a camera and just live stream the whole thing, kind of like the King Gizzard thing that they've done recently, which is they're live streaming every single gig. Well, I don't know where the word went in my brain. It just disappeared. Yeah, every gig, they just record every gig. And they use like proper cameras like this, and they've got a guy back with the laptop who like hits like the left button so he can get camera A and the right button so he can get camera B, that kind of thing. I'd like to try that, but just with one camera, because it would be a lot easier. And then because I don't have a big crew, and like they have like, I've seen a picture of their crew, they have like 15 people behind them, which, you know, considering the amount they actually do is quite impressive. Here we are. This is one on if you're lonely, you can always just make your own community. And it says, this is from Minayil hyphen. I was complaining about how hard to find a community that you can create and talk about art together, because I'm tired of making music, films, writing stories and poems just all by myself. This video showed in my notifications and my head just blown up. Thank you. I'm really happy that you can have that kind of response to this. It really, really does mean the world to me. And you're going to hear that quite a few times. And there's only so many times that I can continue to reiterate that. And I also want to emphasize that I've kind of skipped through a lot of comments saying a lot of the same sort of things. So I'm just going to read a couple just off the cusp. Jasmine Frank with a C music. This is very well put, and I really appreciated the little ADHD side story about the end credits. Keep up the good work, buddy. Thank you so much. Yeah. Sir Eve, love the idea, but unfortunately I don't play any instruments and I'm sitting over in Austria. Other than vocals from a remote location, I couldn't contribute anything. Oh, that's on the Calling All Musicians one. Pretty Flannel, 6326, instant like. Who Asked Holly, thanks for the reminder. Carlo Dicao 4139. Hey man, you're cool. I'm going to keep watching your stuff. If you have kept watching my stuff, hello Carlo. Hope you're doing well. Hope you've had a good rest of the day. Hope the rest of your day continues to be good. I hope your day actually improves. That way, even if your day is good now, it will become great. And if your day isn't very good now, then it will get good. That seems kind of fair enough. Yeah, so there's so many comments like this that I feel like I can't respond to all of them with the same amount of, you know, heft and authenticity. I feel like if I was to just respond to all of them, it would just be like, thank you. And look, I'm thankful to everybody. And I don't want to just spam thanks out to people. I don't want to do that, because I feel like if I do that, it would almost become a copy-paste job. And I want people to feel like if I do respond, that I have actually taken the time to read and take in their comment in the brain, think about it, maybe go on their channel and see some of their videos and like actually like personalize what I'm saying. Because there are a lot of people that are commenting. And I think the more often that this that I do this and the bigger this channel gets, the harder it's going to get to actually respond to not even everyone, but to a decent like chunk of people, even a percentage that's beyond 1. It will start to get to like 0.1%, and it'll just become like the token couple people that I end up responding to. And that feels a little bit sad, because I feel like you all deserve a proper response. So I think take this as a overall general response to any positive comment that I get in the future that you might be thinking of leaving, right? Thank you so much. What you're saying really, 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 really means the world to me. And it has honestly turned what was previously a fairly mediocre, not very good year, where I felt not great, but generally on the up, but, you know, at the same time not great. It turns it from that to easily the best year that I've ever had, and it has made times that I romanticized in the past look like shit. That's how good this feels. That's how good you guys' comments actually make me feel, and the inspiration that you guys give unto me through your comments, and to keep going and to keep doing stuff and to keep trying this and to actually have the energy to actually put stuff out. I mean, like, this is why I'm making this video, and I'm sorry this video started off a little bit wobbly, because I am in a really kind of tired headspace at the moment. Yeah, dude, love this. I'm working on an album right now, and this just made me feel like I'm on the right track. Thank you. So I've gotten a lot of people saying they've been inspired to make stuff, and I love that. I want people to make stuff. I really want people to continue to make things, and I want people to make stuff even if they feel like they have nothing to make. Try it. See what your voice is, even if you think you don't have one, because of course you've got a voice. Everyone's got a voice, even a mute. A mute has a voice about what it's like to be a mute, and they've probably got stuff that's not just about that as well. They've probably got other hobbies and things that make them a person beyond their one disability. You know, you've got so much that you can say, and the more that you say stuff, the more you find out you have things to say. Because I feel like what I'm doing slowly over time is filling out my worldview and connecting dots that previously were kind of like points in a spider's web. And now I am putting the lines between those spiders' webs and making the beautiful shape. That's kind of how it feels at the moment. Yeah, it's quite overwhelming actually, just how amazing this is. I do sometimes, like, I get emails. I get 2 notifications on my phone. I get one that's an email, and then I get one that's YouTube Studio. Or if sometimes I uninstall YouTube Studio because it can be quite addicting to just, like, if I'm making coffee or something and the kettle's boiling, I'm gonna sit there like, ooh, 80 views this hour. Ooh, yes. And then I'll go to the comments and go, oh, no new comments. I do see every new comment that comes in. And if you have left a comment, I have seen it. No matter what unless it's in the held section. There's one comment that's in the held section, which I'd like to ask the person who, because I think they're a regular. This guy called Corbs -. It's about 13 days ago. It was on the filming in low light is all right, what's the big deal video, which is about like 7 minutes long. And all it is, it's nothing. And when I highlight it and search for it, it's nothing. I don't understand what this is meant to be. So it's apparently a Hangul filler Unicode character. I don't know what that means. I presume that just means spacebar, but it doesn't look like a spacebar. One of them doesn't feel like a spacebar. And surely it would say if it's a spacebar. So I would like to know what that actually means, what it is. It's edited as well, so whatever he did, he obviously put some effort into it. And it's got tagged as potentially inappropriate, and I'm not going to, like, approve it because I don't know what it is or what he was trying to convey with it, really. So back to the published. I'm going to try sorting it by some, let's see, most relevant. What does it think the most relevant comment is? I don't really know what this would mean. I don't think it means anything, to be honest. So, okay. Let's do contains questions. So, if we do contains questions, I can answer a couple questions. High or summit? No. Like, I'm not going to smoke weed and then film these videos. I'm not a fucking idiot. The dog was like, what are you doing sitting in my bathroom, Hoo-man? There's that, like, you know, that cutesy way of typing, like, from dog language? Hoo-man and stuff like that, yeah. Because I was sat against a tree and dogs piss up against trees. And, yeah, maybe they do that. And, fuck it. So, one says, could you do a hair routine video? I went to speak to someone about that. And they said, is that being sarcastic? I was like, I don't know if they're being sarcastic or not. So, Simon Coops, 1321, were you being sarcastic or what? Are you 18 feet tall or is this a tiny, tiny bench? I'm gonna reveal a secret unto you. I am quite tall. Look. I don't know what you're seeing right now, but I'm quite tall. Okay, I'm taller than the average person, apparently. One question that says, are you a filmmaker? No. The J. Orbain, how do you make your videos look how they look? Oh, no, that's actually quite an important question. I probably should have started with that one and made the whole video about it, but I haven't done that because this is an unstructured mess. The way that I film them is I take this camera, which at the moment doesn't have a threaded. It's got a threaded base plate thing to it. So I bought. I can't take it off because I can't be asked. So I bought another thing that's behind the camera, but I can't reach it. So ow! I whacked myself with the microphone bit. I don't use the microphone bit anymore, but I do have a microphone somewhere. I don't know where it's gone. Oh, it's way on the other side. This way over there. I'm not getting up to go get it. So yeah, what I do. So let's say this is going to be the shot. Okay, I'm gonna just like turn the. Actually, this looks kind of cool. But no, don't just start pissing about. Just film. No. It's a Canon C100, by the way. Just thought I'd mention that. And I've turned it way, way up just so you can kind of see. I don't know what you're able to see from that. That's kind of what it looks like. That's what the footage on it looks like. I don't actually know if you can even see it properly, but this is a really great camera. I really recommend to anyone that wants to get into film. You can get them for quite cheap. Let's see. I haven't turned the screen thing recording on for this, so I'm just going to tell you how much they cost. I'm going to go on Canon C100 Mark I on eBay. Let's see. So I got mine for £600. That didn't come with a lens and it didn't come with batteries, but it did come with the top handle thing. Lens, I bought a 50mm USM lens for I think £120, and then I bought this lens because I realised I needed something that could zoom and something that was a bit longer. So I got this, which is a Canon USM 70-210mm lens, which I think is from somewhere in the past. I feel like this is quite an old lens. It's not the greatest lens. It was like 60 quid. So yeah, Canon C100 Mark II is on here, pre-owned, £999 plus £25 postage and packaging. That's not a auction. I got mine on auction. So none of these seem to be auction at the moment. I'm seeing £350. I'm seeing £310 for a Mark II Canon C100, which, I don't know, it looks a bit dopey compared to mine. It looks smaller. I'm not sure. I can't be bothered to take it out and show you. The battery, yeah, it is smaller. I like mine more. I like mine way more, actually, than this. Although, that being said, it is cheaper, so. Yeah, you can, I mean, now you can get a C300 Mark I for £900. You can get a C100 Mark II for £850. You can get one with a proper lens for £850. You can get EOS C300 Mark I for £500. Let's go on auction. Let's see what we can get on auction. C100 Mark II, £850. Now, this has been out for about 6 days, I presume. Yeah, 7 days. And no bids, no bidders, no retractions, no nothing, right? So if anyone, this video is going to come out after this guy's bid finishes, but what I suggest you do is just find old stuff. This camera came out in 2012. Find shit that's kind of old, that no one really wants anymore. Stuff that's seen now is just like a bit shit, like this. Rubbish, this. Let's see how much these cost. Canon FS100. Canon FS100. Is it 100 or 1,000? It's 100. How much does this cost? £40 for everything. That's everything. You could get one of these. They are actually really good. I think they're good anyway. And they're a lot of fun. You can get them even cheaper. You can get this one that's called E, which it's got black tint on it, so I imagine it's a bit better. If it's called E, I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's like the second generation one of it. Okay, I come up with it and there's nothing on here whatsoever, so whatever. Oh, there's a review of it. Which, when this guy bought it in 2007, he bought it for £330. Now you can buy it for £40. This camera, when it came out, was £12,000. And I managed to get it for £600. Get old stuff. You don't need the new stuff. Like, what's the new bloody camera? Amazon new Canon camera. I don't know what the new ones are. Probably a 5D Mark 7 or something like that. I'm not sure. Let me just try 5D Mark. I think Mark 4. Yeah, £1,775. And to be honest, I don't know if it's going to be that much better. Really, at the end of the day, I don't think equipment gets exponentially better with time in a way that correlates to the amount of depreciation and value that it undergoes. So when did this Canon 5D Mark IV come out? 2016, bloody hell. Okay, so there's probably a Mark V out. Let me just find the Mark V. What does this mean? 01? Is that like anything in particular? I don't know. It looks like it would be. Okay, so the Canon EOS 1D Mark X Mark III seems to be the newest thing they have, 2020. So they haven't been making many cameras lately. But yeah, I'm sure this is a really good camera. I bet if I go onto the YouTube thing and I look at the 40-minute bloody review of it, shut up. Yeah, the YouTube video is trying to play at me. Yeah, footage looks cool. Yeah, I'm sure it's great. You know, but do you need it? No, you do not. You do not need crazy equipment. You don't need anything. Bear in mind, look at this, right? This is what I'm using at the moment to light this. I don't know what it looks like now. Oh, you can actually still see my face. That's quite cool. Let's see what happens if I do this. Hello there. So, as I'm saying, you do not need high-tech equipment, and I've made a couple of videos about that already. So yeah, use whatever you want. Use whatever the hell you want, but to answer your question, how do you make your videos look the way they look? I would suggest you get a Canon C100 Mark I if you want to get them looking exactly like what I do. You probably don't need a C100 Mark I, you can probably get whatever. Canon, I like the Canon color scheme. Chuck it into Premiere, and when it goes into Premiere, I've got a LUT pack. I don't know where I got it. You can just download some free LUT packs, find ones that have stuff that you like in them, and just, honestly, what I do, I just try them until I find one that feels kind of right, and then what I tend to do is I increase the shadows so the shadows are a bit lighter, so the blacks aren't super crushed. I don't like crushing the blacks particularly. I like having quite a bright image so that people can watch these on sunny days, because I feel like a lot of people watch these on their phones, or they watch them while they're like outside, out and about on a sunny day, stuff like that. Yeah, so I kind of like doing things that way. It also makes it feel a bit more vintage in a way. I don't necessarily add artificial noise after the fact. The only time I do is if I come back and have a look at the footage and I realise like I'm a tiny bit out of focus. I then chuck like 10% noise, black and white noise onto it, which just, it smooths it out a little bit and makes it feel a little bit more low quality so that you kind of accept the out of focus thing a little bit more. So you can do little tricks to get around things, and you can make it feel like an artistic license, you know. So you can have fun with it. You can have a lot of fun with things, and I like the fact that that can be done. I wonder what part of Britain is that playground in. It's I think the playground that he's talking about was in Derbyshire. I think it was in Ambigate or Lumsdale or somewhere like that. Let's see. Is your feature a dock or like a hybrid type thing? Maybe you could make a video clarifying what exactly your feature is. Well, I might do a full video on that, but basically what the film is it's a narrative sitcom inspired sort of thing, much in the same sort of vein as like the pilot for What We Do in the Shadows, or Paul Carf's Video Diaries, like the pilot for The Office, stuff like that, where it's all very small scale, it's all very simplistic, and it's all filmed quite basic, but at the same time, because I sometimes use this, I sometimes use this, and I sometimes use the camera that this is being filmed on, you know, and I wouldn't be against even just having some bits filmed on a phone. Like, I have an idea for a scene that takes place in a car, and I feel like the best way of actually capturing that would be to get an iPhone and get like the 0.5 times zoom and just put it on the inside of the windshield and just record it that way, because I think people, as long as the content in the video itself and the film itself is interesting and engaging, people are going to accept that sort of thing. They're not going to mind. So I don't think that the technical qualities of things is even close, even remotely the most important thing. Not even close. And we're back. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's purple. I want to make a short film that looks just like this video. How do you edit it to get that look? I've kind of... Oh yeah, also I downloaded like some... You can just type in downloadable aspect ratios, something like that. Yeah, no film school, tend to have some good stuff. Yeah, I've gotten this one. if you want ones that are like for free, just add for free to the end of it. Just search, Google search until you find the thing that you want. Yeah, this one has for free. It's also got 1:1. Also, what you can do is if you want like a different aspect ratio, you can take, say, 4:3, and that would come in and you put it on top of the video layer above your actual video. So if your video is on layer 1, you would have it on layer 2. And what you can do is you bring it in, obviously, as at scale 100 in Premiere. What you can do is you can increase it to, like, you make it, say, like scale 110, and that'll make it not 4:3, but a little bit more like, say, instead of this, it becomes a bit more like this, or a bit more like this. So I don't even know what those aspect ratios are, don't really care, doesn't matter, because it looks cool. You know, so you can have a lot of fun just doing stuff like that. Will your movie be free to watch? Yes is the answer to that. However, there will be like a 1 week or possibly a 1 month. It depends on, you know, what the sensible business thing to do is. There'll be a brief period where you can only get it by paying for it, which I think I'm going to do either on a website or I'm going to get it on Amazon Prime. And then after a little bit of time, it will be on YouTube, somewhere between 1 month and 1 week, something like that. Just so that you get a bit of like a, you know, if you want to pay for it, then there's this option. If you want a bit of an early access kind of thing, people like early access. I'm not really sure why, because you can just wait. It's like when the Dick Figures movie came out, and it was like you got to pay for it, and then, you know, all I did is I just waited a month, and then it came out anyway. So I don't really see why I don't really know why they do it, but it works. So fuck it. So maybe it doesn't work because who remembers Dick Figures anyway? That film was actually quite good. It was actually kind of decent. There's a lot of like, what camera did you... Are you okay, mate? Now, this was, I think, like the first comment I ever got. Are you okay, mate? I think I responded to it saying, yeah, probably. Something like that. Because back then, like, I wasn't used to getting comments, so I just responded to basically everything. So it was quite fun to do that. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm the happiest I've ever been, actually, doing this stuff, sort of thing. Really is. A schedule is a good measure, or you can do what? Is it moving you in the direction you need as opposed to the one you want? Can you delay the payoff, planning versus spontaneity? Maybe you could ask Joel Haver for a podcast/interview. I enjoy both your channels muchly. I mean, I'd be down for that. I'm not going to go ask him. I feel like that'd be a bit lame. But if he wants to do one, then I'm up for it, because he is one of my fucking heroes, to be honest. But you know, doesn't matter what my heroes are. It's about what your heroes are. You're the audience. Please don't have me as your hero. I don't want that. I can't handle that kind of pressure. Ooh, I've got a notification on my phone. Ooh. Jonny Mozza, learn the steps you need to take to get set up on AdSense. Oh, okay. This is serious. This is serious stuff. So action is only required once you're eligible. I technically got my 4,000 watch hours today, but it's a few days behind. So I think it's going to come through on Monday when I'll be eligible. So what I need to do apparently is I need to confirm personal information on AdSense. Once you meet the verification threshold, $10 or your local equivalent, you'll need to verify your identity and your payment address, PIN in brackets. Then you need to submit tax information. All creators earning money on YouTube must submit this tax info no matter where you are located. I don't know why I did a Jamaican accent for that. Do the Jamaicans pay tax? Well, obviously they do, but like more than the usual countries. Set up your form of payment. Once your earnings are in AdSense, you'll need to set up a form of payment so that we can send your earnings to you and then get paid. Keep creating and keep earning. Once you earn the payment threshold, $100 or your local equivalent, you'll start seeing your payments coming in. So it's a checklist, sure, but do I need to do anything right now? Or do I just wait until Monday? Ah, it's a video. Fuck off. No, you pissed, you cunt. Don't say cunt in a video. I'm really worried that messed up the recording of this. So I'll just do a quick clap. There you are. That counts. Liverpool ? So whenever I dip into an accent, apparently it always ends up being a Liverpudlian accent. I am technically half from the south and half from like the very highlands of Scotland. So sometimes I like to tell people I'm from Lancaster, just to sort of like mess them up. Is it not Lancaster? Do I mean Lancashire? I've messed up the punchline of my own little joke. Yeah, I meant Lancashire. I'm just an idiot. And I messed it. Do you know what's really annoying? The other day, I remember I told a joke. It was, what was it? I really hope the next president of Taiwan, I really, restart the joke. I really hope the next president of China doesn't have a lisp. Otherwise, we'll be in for a Taiwanical government. Now, I was very proud of that, right? And I went to tell it to someone. And because I was very proud of it, I told the first bit of the joke. And as I did it, I realised I couldn't remember the punchline. And I broke down, not broke down crying, but just like, I just broke. I was like, no, where's my punchline? What I was trying to do, I was trying to fit Taiwan and totalitarian into one word, and it doesn't work. Oh, this is a question I really need to. Where the hell did it go? Oh, it's just disappeared. It was just there. Oh no. Oh yeah. So someone out there, two people actually have been making a Discord. I did a video a couple weeks ago saying, can someone just do a Discord? I said it like way into the video, so I thought whoever sees that is going to care enough to maybe make a Discord. So I'm not going to like, I want someone that actually cares about this sort of thing. Because look, I don't understand Discord. I don't understand the internet in general, really. Like internet culture. I'm not massively into it. I don't understand memes. I don't like memes. I think they're fucking annoying, actually. So, yeah. I don't really understand all that stuff, but apparently Discords are cool. People have them, and it's a good way of building a community. So I thought, let's have a Discord. I'll pop in it as much as I can and just sort of like engage with stuff. Maybe we have a couple chat rooms. Apparently, I'm in one other that someone invited me to from a comment on this video, on one of these videos. Actually, I got it in my YouTube studio, and it was just like, "Do you want to join my Discord server? I'm building a community of YouTubers." I was like, "Hell yeah, I'll join a community of YouTubers." Because, it's important that we do that. I think it's important that creators come together rather than isolate themselves into their own little bubbles. Finally, I'm going to make this the final one. Why are these videos always made by men between 25 and 35 who seem very societally withdrawn? That's a good question. I don't know. I think what it's got to be is that people who are societally withdrawn, when they're withdrawn, they pontificate and they think about stuff and they think about where their general, sense of self is and, where their place in the world is and all that kind of thing. So once you end up coming to conclusions, you want to share those conclusions to the world. And so that's probably it. Because, look, I'm not so societally withdrawn now, but I have been at times in the past, like everyone, I presume, because none of us are perfect and we all have peaks and valleys in terms of our own, worldview and mental health and so on. So, yeah, generally, I just think it's very important to just try and be yourself. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, and yeah, that's what I was going to do. I was going to wrap this up by going to the golf videos, because the golf comments, because some of these ones are brilliant. If it weren't a golf course, it would be a housing estate by now, and I'm sick of those springing up all over the place, to be honest. Nature found in golf courses, mushrooms, brackets, picked by me last week. Trees, squirrels, birds, brackets, including owls, bats, foxes, rabbits, swans, geese, fish. I like how swans and geese aren't included in birds. They're different from birds. Owls are also separate. I find that kind of hilarious. But he finishes it with, "I know you're probably just trolling, so I'll let you off. Here's just a quick message to everyone that watched the golf video that disagreed with it. I wasn't trolling. I was being 100% serious. I don't troll. I don't make stuff ironically. I don't do that. I'm not an ironic fucking person who goes around going like, ooh, I hate golf. Like that, I'm not doing that. Okay? If you hear me say something, I believe it. Okay? I should probably not say that, actually, because at some point that's going to come back round and bite me. Fuck it. God, that's 12.19 minutes I'll never get back. You just lost the game. You just lost it. I've got a heart react that. I've got a heart react that. That's well done, Gesm Good. Not see. Well done, sir. You've done a hell of a job there, sir. You sure owned that Kev Aldenson 3358, who wasted his own time by watching the whole video. Like, if you think prioritizing blocks of flats over green spaces, they're not green spaces. I talked about this in the video. They're not green spaces. Just because you saw a fox go from one side of the golf course to the other doesn't make it a green space. Does that mean a road is a green space? Because a fox crosses that as well. Oh, you saw an owl near a golf course. Brilliant. You saw a mushroom in a golf course. What, near the green? What, on the golf course itself? No, you saw it on the little tree bit towards the side where if you put the golf ball, you're kind of in the shit. Because that's where it gets hard to hit it. Because that's the point of golf. It's just... Look, I find these fun, right? I'm just enjoying this sort of thing. I'm going to respond to the funniest comment I have ever gotten, okay? And there's actually someone else that actually responded to it for me that I gave a little heart react, which I don't like doing because it feels a little bit petty. I've heard that it takes up space argument before. It almost always comes from less than average income earning individuals. Sorry to say, but that's the truth. People who earn a livable wage and can afford a decent flat or home don't complain about how much space is being taken up by golf courses, warehouses, parks, etc. Broke people are the ones who think that magically if those things went away and stopped taking up so much space, they'd have more opportunities for more housing. That's not how the world works, my friend. So the guy that responded to this, he made basically the point I was going to make, which is... basically, he didn't actually respond to any of the point being made, just the fact that it's being made by poor people. That's enough. So, yeah, it's a very classist comment, and I know that'll probably get a jeer, like, ooh, you're moaning about classism, it's bloody PC culture gone mad. But literally, the whole point of the comment is, that guy saying that is broke, and therefore the point is moot. That's surely the definition of classism, right? I would imagine. But also, that's not how the world works, my friend. So we should just accept that's not how the world works and not try to better the world. You know, should we not try and do that? Because, look, also, where did warehouses come from? Also, what I find fun is actually, I know a place near where one of my pen pals lives. They have a golf course near them that is actually being replaced by their local council and being turned into a park. So it's going from not nature, because a golf course is about as much nature as a car park painted green is nature. It's green space in the fact that it is the colour green. Okay? Would you say a football stadium is a green space? Yeah, it's green, but it's not nature. That's kind of the general point that I'm talking about. Yes, totally. And let's get rid of the parks next. And the mountain ranges and the oceans. We need more houses, pubs, flats, and roads. Bear in mind that, like, I mean, we do need more of all of those things. So, but what do you mean? We're going to dig out the mountain ranges? How do you... obviously, he's being over-exaggerating, like, you know, get rid of the ocean, put, like, a car park on it. But, like, you know, the whole thing of, like, pave down heaven and put up a car park. Well, sure. Yeah, I don't want to do that. But this isn't heaven. It's a golf course. It's not anything that's of particular worth. It's not something that you can go through and have a nice little time with. And, like, frankly, what you should do is get mini golf. I think I made the point in the video. What you should do is take the 18th hole, turn that into a mini golf course, have the other 17 holes be for anything else, and I don't mind what. Literally anything. As long as it's not like, I don't know, oil processing facility, I suppose. Then you've got loads and loads of people packed into a never-ending sea of housing. Definitely sounds like maximum appreciation of nature. Then he didn't say that though. And then it may not have been his exact wording, but he did say a better use of land would be housing, and that is simply absurd. No, it isn't. If you were to convert the area of a golf course into housing, the ecological footprint or drain would be an order of magnitude greater than if it simply remained a golf course, i.e. the land would be more useful and valuable if it was housing. So it would be better for everything if it was. And your main issue here is that it's... first off, ecological footprint, okay, I don't think building houses is the main source of the ecological issues that we face today. I think the main cause of the ecological issues from today is, one, our over-reliance on private transport, two, private planes and stuff. Even though they say that only accounts for 3% of the climate change emissions, that's still 3%. The general oil refining industry at large, there's, private planes especially. I mean, that's something that doesn't really benefit anyone. At least a golf course benefits a few people that like golf. Private planes, who does that benefit? Taylor Swift and the people that like Taylor Swift. Oh God, I should not have said Taylor Swift. I'm going to get it now. I like this one because he quotes me with something I never said. I don't value it, therefore it has no value. Then he continues, if you think demolishing golf courses is suddenly going to open up opportunities for you, the average pleb, to buy, live, access very high value areas, you are beyond deluded. The people who make these decisions and who could facilitate your wish don't want you there either. The only problem what I find really weird is that all of the responses to this that are quite negative and talking about it is, they all seem to make the point that it's not how the world works, so therefore we shouldn't even try. Oh, we tried to make the world better once and we failed, so we shouldn't try again. I feel like if we kept up that mentality, we would still be living in a world where the king has absolute power over like my soul, and we would all be serfs. Like, you need to keep doing those things. That's how you got the French Revolution. What imagine if you had this response to people that were getting annoyed at the royalty back then? Oh yeah, well, you're just deluded if you think the royal family can like be taken down, if they think they can be changed. I just find it very strange that this is the overall. Oh yeah, paved paradise, put up a parking lot. Yeah, it's very, very strange, but I do find it quite fun. I like this comment. He's young, heart's in the right place. Listen up, Gornubius Flux. My heart ain't in the right place, my son. My heart ain't in the right place. It's not. It's really not. So, yeah, I think that's probably going to be the video because, yeah, this has gone on quite a long time now. And, bro, have you never hit a 250-yard drive through the air? Yes, it was nice. Never hit in a 100-yard pitch shift? Yeah, I guess. Never sunk a 20-foot putt? Yeah, of course. I've played golf. Golf is one of the great... I said I played golf like 10 times in the video. Golf is one of the greatest gifts in life. Find a way to make a successful small business. Here is an easy business idea. Pet waste removal. Start that. It's super easy and very profitable. Right, I think with that, I'm gonna give you that idea. Or no, Chad Dawson TV has given you that brilliant idea. So thank you so much to Chad Dawson TV for that idea. Yeah, thank you for watching this utter mess of a video, this very long utter mess of a video. Responding to people's comments. I love the community that's being built here. I thought I'd end it on a bit of a negative note because usually people do it the other way around and start with a negative note and then end on a positive note. I thought let's play with the formula a little bit and just have some fun with it. Yeah. I love you all, even the people in the golf video. I love the fact that you're engaging with these things that I'm making, and I love the fact you're responding to stuff, even critically. Even if you're like being a bit insulting about it. My one thing, never ever insult anyone that works on these videos that isn't me. You can insult me all you fucking want, but if anyone insults anyone else that has anything to do with these videos, if I see anything like, that guy on the left looks fucking stupid or whatever, or like, that guy on the right looks like a pillock or like whatever, no, that's not on. Don't fucking do that. No, 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 no. See what I mean? End on a negative note. That's how you make the YouTube videos. Yes. Yeah. So thank you very much for watching this. Hope you have a good rest of the day. Take care. Sorry for this video, I suppose. Bye.
Hey up everyone, my name's Joshua Morrison, director of Jonny Mozza's Lessons in Confidence, and today I'm going to talk about identity because obviously I have changed. And identity is an interesting one because people seem to talk about it a lot at the moment. The main point of this is that it doesn't matter about identity. Obviously it matters to you, but nobody else should care about it because it's just yours and nobody else's. And it doesn't matter if you change your hair, if you change your gender, if you change what you wear, things you like, you're still you. And your work is always going to reflect that. So it doesn't matter what other people see you as, because you're you. And it's on the topic a lot at the moment, because people changing parts of themselves, and it's all in the media, and people are picking it to pieces, and there's obvious groups of people who don't like certain things and say, oh, we don't like this because it's not in certain books, or this is not the way I was brought up. But if you think about it, people were brought up without skyboxes. That's a relatively new thing, and they just accepted that. And people grew up in the past without running water or electricity, or they had their bathrooms in their back garden instead of in the house. And the NHS is pretty new, and people seem okay with that. So I don't know why people are making such a fuss over these things instead. And neither should you. Because, in my opinion, if you're not fucking it, it's none of your fucking business. And obviously I am Joshua Morrison, but I'm not Joshua Morrison right now. But if this was me, if I just turned up one day and said, hey up, I am now not who I used to be, I'm this now, it wouldn't affect the things I was making at all. It would just affect my life outside of what I do. So it would have no influence on you, whatever. And I don't think people should make such a big deal out of it. Because I think it should be celebrated, the confidence and bravery to be something that's not expected of you. That should always be celebrated because, you know, Stonewall was started with a brick. All great movements in history were started by one person. Suffragettes, one person who just wanted to vote, turned into many. You know, good things. The abolition of slavery started with one person going, don't know about this feels wrong, and speaking up. So, yeah, good things start with one person. But back to the point at hand, be who you want. And sod anybody else who tells you that you're doing it wrong because you're actually doing it right. And if it turns out that's not right for you, change again and again and again. You can change your shoes 100 times before you leave the house. Doesn't matter. Because there's still your feet in the shoes. Metaphors. Many metaphors. This is a short one, I guess. Because this is the first Joshua Morrison looking like this video.
So, you know, when it comes to your own identity, it doesn't really matter what exactly you are, because you can be many different things at once. You know, if you're hanging out with your boss, you're going to be a different person if you're hanging out with your parents. You'll be a different person if you hang out with your friends. You'll be a different person if you hang out with whoever is out there, right? So it doesn't matter who exactly you are, because who you are is you. You can't change that. But you can change your nature. You can change your personality, you can change the things about you that make you you, but you can't change the core of yourself. So that's kind of part of it. So when it comes to your own identity, don't worry so much about who you are, because you're going to be doing that no matter what. You'll always be you, even if you feel like you're kind of betraying who you as a you is. So say I don't know, you're a metalhead and you love listening to metal all the time, but then you start listening to like Nancy Sinatra and you're just listening to her for like, I don't know, 5 years straight, and you become obsessed with her, right? And you just keep listening to it again and again and again. You keep bringing it up to your metalhead friends and they're kind of going, oi, what are you kind of talking about her? She doesn't even have any riffs, right? So it doesn't matter, because it's still you. You haven't stopped being you, you've just stopped being a metalhead, right? You being a metalhead isn't you. It's not like the metalhead comes before the you that is you. And it's the same way with anything. Don't worry about the nature of your interests and the nature of the things that you think make up you, because those aren't the things that make up you. What makes up you is completely fucking nebulous. So don't worry so much about it. Go out there and just do the thing that sort of feels right. Don't hurt people. Don't make people feel sad. but do just keep being yourself. And that's basically the video. So thank you very much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed this experimental form, and I will see you again in another sort of video. They come out quite regularly, and yeah, I'm really enjoying doing these sort of things. So this is part of who I am, and whoever you are, you will do something that reflects you. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. Have a great rest of the day, and I will see you later on. Bye.